everybody. Welcome to our special edition of Scripting the Book. I hope everybody has been having a Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that you have been enjoying the end of the year festivities. I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, and you are on my channel, and I am going to let my fabulous book club friends and co-hosts introduce themselves. Go ahead and take it away, guys.
Hey, I am Ben Pick, and every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time now, I host productivity sprints. I usually host questionable writing advice through running metaphor videos, but I've since switched to doing productivity sprints. So if you want to write with me every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or if you want to fold your clothes, cook dinner, go for a run on an indoor machine or something, and join in to be productive, I'm here for you.
I'm Natalie Locke. I have a monthly flash fiction live stream that I do with my co-author of 1,000 Words to Get Started and 1,000 Words of Ignite Romance. If you haven't noticed, it is a series. It's probably going to continue. But we do a monthly stream where we do exactly what you're not supposed to, which is publicly share a first draft. But it's okay. We edit and we learn together how to make it better. So, yeah, thanks for coming. I'm really excited for this show, mostly because I did not have to read to prep for this one. There was no rushing.
I know. I was like, oh, I don't know what I was thinking the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, scripting the book. And I'm like, oh, I don't have to read anything because, as I was telling my friends backstage, I've not read very much this month. So it's a good thing that I didn't have anything that I had to read. Also, hello, Richard is here watching live with us today. Hey, friend. Okay, I am so excited to get into this. I didn't make a bunch of banners, but we have rankings for scripting the book. Do I want to change the way? No, I think it's good the way that it is. Can you guys see it very well? Does it? Okay, excellent. So I'm going to move over to our tier ranking. Do we want to do these in order, or do we want to start with our neutrals, dislikes, and loves?
Random order.
Let's okay, Ben. Ben is our stats keeper. So I'm gonna let Ben take it away. Let's go, Ben. How are we doing this? You put 3 years of books and adaptations that we've been doing.
I was going to say you put it in a perfectly randomized order, so I say we just stick with that, top to bottom.
Perfect.
All right. Very good. Okay. So start us off, Ben.
Left to right. So we got Wild.
We have Wild.
Okay, so this is one where I thought it was very well acted by Reese Witherspoon, but at the same time, I put it down in neutral dislike, because the book was just this narcissist, like it was just the journey of a narcissist as she goes on everything about it just felt fake to me, and so I was not a big fan of the book. The movie,
it was an autobiography and it felt fake.
I know. I can't remember, but was I kind of on the same page?
It's mostly in the movie. Wait, are we ranking the movie or the movie and the book?
So we're kind of combining the two. Nia, you were a like, and Natalie, you were a love.
Okay.
For the book.
For the book.
For the movie, less so. Natalie, you were a like, and Nia, you were neutral like.
All right. So averaging it out, where did we fall? Did it pretty much fall in the neutral or neutral like?
Averaging out was a neutral like, yes.
Okay. So we'll pop our first one right there. All right.
I think it's a better movie than it was a book. Because again, Reese Witherspoon really carried the weight to make it more personal adventure, and a lot of these, I didn't like the self-destructive path that the narrator was on, and I felt that after her journey was over, she sort of didn't
learn her lesson.
It didn't feel like she learned anything from it. So it felt like the journey we took with her, if she didn't learn anything from it, then it felt like kind of a waste.
I mean, she obviously did learn her lesson. She just kind of had backslid a little bit at the end of the book. Because, I mean, otherwise she wouldn't be successful now. She wouldn't, like, she's obviously done better. But the time period of the book, there was some backsliding.
There was a little going on.
All right. What's the next? Is that Hidden Figures?
No, next is Sanditon.
Oh, okay.
That was an early one.
Yeah, that was an early one.
Yeah, I didn't do that one, I don't think.
Yep. Yeah.
We had a guest for this one, right?
I don't think so. I think it was just no, sorry. Let's see. We had Colleen on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Colleen is also an Austen fan, as am I. So where did we average out between the book and the show?
It was better than average. So the book was a little bit lower because the book felt unfinished, and then
it was.
Legit.
The show, even though it was only one season, even though it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, it still was a like to love for on average.
All right, so like to love on average.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we
would we put that at a 3.5 to 4 or a 4.5 to 5?
I would say 3.5. I always go lower.
That one.
Well, because you got to factor in the book too. You got to factor in the book.
Yeah. We'll see when we're all done. This one might get bumped up a little.
Okay.
Because I really loved it, but also after this, I believe I saw the second season. So did we do 1 and 2 or just season 1?
We only did 1.
Okay.
Because this was back in 2022. So.
Gotcha.
I don't know if the second season was out yet.
All right, moving on to Dracula.
That one we had Laura, I know, and I feel like that one this one I think we're going to rank higher. So what's our average?
For the movie, for the book, it was like, and then for the movie. So the problem with the movie is that it was significantly lower because we had a whole bunch of different Dracula movies that were included in it. So I think for this one in particular, we did that one that I absolutely hated, the one with Nick Cage in it, Renfield.
Oh yeah. I didn't include that one.
If we do just the book, like it like to right exactly where you have it. If we do the book, this would drop all the way down to a dislike for me. So I don't know how you all want to rate it. Whether we go,
we've been doing the average between book and movie. So I feel like this might actually be a like to love, or that the second to the 3.5 to 4 at least. For between the book and the movie adaptations, because we're talking the Gary Oldman version, we're talking Dracula 3000, we're talking. I mean, I feel like you may have not liked Renfield, but there's a lot of redeemed ones that I think will.
Dracula Dead and Loving It was fantastic. So
exactly, that was one. So
all right. So for now, we're gonna. Are we comfortable with Dracula right here for now?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see how we feel at the end.
Percy Jackson.
Okay, so and I think I put a couple of Percy Jackson because I didn't want to do these all together. However, are we eliminating that other movie series that
I say yes.
I vote we eliminate all movies and we only do the latest iteration of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't even include those together, so I'm pretty sure I did a separate.
I mean, the only reason we brought up Percy Jackson is because of the show, so I think eliminating the movie
is fair.
Totally fine. Mm-hmm. I think this combined would be neutral, just because
really?
The movie. No,
sorry, which one was that?
I was like that other movie.
Oh.
All right, so the ones that we're doing it for the book and the OG show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or not the OG show, the
newest show.
The newest show.
Yeah.
The Netflix iteration?
My
Is it
vote is
Netflix?
neutral
Yeah, was it
for
Netflix?
both
Yeah.
of them.
Sorry,
You're
what?
neutral?
Just because like they were
Neutral.
similar, but or maybe I'm still holding on because it was the movie or something. I just feel like it's a neutral and everything. It's I've even had discussions with people about how if you notice the people who are villains in this story, they're handicapped in some way, whether it's by sight, wheelchair, and stuff like that. We've always had this.
That was a problem that was with the story itself. So I wonder. But I think we discussed how they could possibly fix that.
Now, mine's neutral, but of course, if y'all both say like and everything, that will bump it up, and for it might be on the same line as Dracula.
Yeah.
Where were we averaging when we finished it up then?
We were like to love, so it was top tier for it. I'm sorry, so that would be liked it, 3.5 to 4.
Yeah,
So
see, I told Brett, I had a feeling that a lot of them were gonna fall.
Probably. I mean, we usually know the story. We're not going to cover it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that the show also does, Natalie, you're right, but it's very complicated because Grover, like, he walks with the canes in either the book or the movie, and it turns out that it's because he has hoof feet, and then somebody else, like the teacher, is in a wheelchair, but it turns out that he's in fact a centaur. So it is very.
So there is good elements of it where it's like, oh yeah, no, but they have this secret ability and stuff like that, and so there's good aspects of it, but the Minotaur blind. The what was the other? God, there was a few more. It was someone else who actually has a disability that brought it to my attention because I wasn't aware. Gotcha. Since then, I can't like unsee
it's hard to unsee it once you know it. You're like, oh yeah, I see that now.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
So let's go ahead and put Dune at dislike.
Down at the bottom, 0 out of.
So wait, this is Dune Part 1, right?
This is part 1.
We'll separate it out. Is this part
I'm
1?
I'm a dislike. I mean, I didn't finish. No. I won't get that time back, and I don't care to give it another chance.
That's fair.
Okay.
But this is a group tier ranking, so I'm willing to hear y'all's input, and of course it can be adjusted.
All right.
Nia, I know we're on your channel, but I don't think your vote offsets it from a.
No, it's not here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's compare.
My vote's more for neutral dislike because the part 1 is okay, in my opinion. It's watchable.
Yeah. All right. And I feel like I was a neutral part 1.
If you want to be neutral, that's fine. I'm fine, but I'll know I personally will have it at the very bottom. We can ignore my vote and go off y'all.
So in terms of books, Nia, you and I were both neutral to like, and then for the movie itself, you were a like to love, and I was a neutral.
Yeah,
right. So I feel like that's split.
I say neutral for that between the book and since we're doing both.
Natalie, that's actually a little bit spicy because you said that you were a like for the movie.
Oh, I was a like for the movie.
You're overruling your initial rating? Just doesn't leave a good memory with you?
Yeah, it really doesn't. And it's probably because of part 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So we'll put it to neutral to like because we are going to do part 2.
Okay.
Which I think part 2 drops down for all of us. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see when we get there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm really curious. How's Moving Castle?
How's
Moving
Castle?
Love.
I feel like I loved it. Did I love it? Or at least I strongly liked it.
I honestly, I'm pretty sure I loved it. Like, I love the book. I love the movie. I
Ben,
we did
how
talk about some of
did
the
we do?
differences, but what was our ratings?
Sorry, you gotta find the right year. Give me 1 second.
Okay, hang
This
on.
is the downside of
Also,
going out of order.
well, he's still. I don't know. I don't want to put it anywhere. We'll put it here for right
How's
now.
Newcastle?
So I go check the comments because I see quite a few comments. And I don't mean to be ignoring.
So
you
the
guys.
book was a like to love between the three of us. So Natalie, you were a love. Nia and I were likes, and then
Yep.
for the movie, Natalie, you and I were love it, and then Nia, you were like.
Okay,
Okay,
so we're
that
either
was
like or
because
love.
there's some weird stuff that goes on.
So we
with
got
the
3
movie.
loves and 3 likes, truly, between the book and the movie. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a blanket because I'm a little cold.
That's
Okay, so how about okay, we're split 3 likes, 3 loves. I feel like that's putting it at a 4.5 or higher. Am I wrong?
Sure, I trust your math.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Because I feel like that puts it more than a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
But not quite a 5. So you're up here for right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Is that Hunger Games?
And we can move these around a little bit. So if we want to push something closer to the number 1 slot on these.
I feel like once we see it on here, we're going to be like, oh no, this movie should definitely be higher than this one. Or this show, should this book and movie combination, or book and show combination, because this is a combination. We're counting both, which is unfortunate because there's some movies or some books that are brought down by the movie.
Yeah.
So,
we're already seeing that a little bit. So yeah.
All right. Is that Hunger Games or is that the Dune
This
Part
is
2?
Dune Part 2. So here we go.
Y'all know where I went that one.
Okay, so Natalie's here. All right. So we're going the second half of the book. And
I think y'all had lower ratings on this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt weirdly incomplete. I needed more. And then some of the acting was questionable. I didn't think it was bad acting, but I think it was questionable. Like, what is the intent behind some of the acting? It really,
and not how they were pushing stoic, and it just came up as like 0 acting skills.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas you hear some people talk about it, and it's like that was excellent, and other people were like, where did the acting go? So I feel like that was also very split as I afterwards watched other people reviewing. So it was interesting acting choices were taken, and I felt like the story was incomplete, which it is. So it just, I really feel like
our book and movie, keeping that in mind.
Where do we fall at? Because I'm feeling like I'm somewhere in here with the neutral.
I can agree with neutral to dislike.
I didn't dislike it though. I don't feel like I disliked it.
So Ben, did you?
I don't know. I might have. Did I dislike it?
Yeah, I was not a fan.
Okay, so then let's put neutral to dislike, because I'm a full dislike. Nia, you're a neutral, and Ben is our mediator.
Yeah. All right. Sounds fair. All right. I put Renfield separate because I think I remembered that Ben put Renfield here. Okay, so we're gonna. But since we already averaged it out, but just so you know, Ben had it here.
Okay,
I'm perfectly fine with that.
All right, moving on to Wheel of Time. Did we do Wheel of Time twice? So we did season 1 and season 2.
We did seasons 1 and season 2. So let's start off with season 1 then.
Season 1. And
I can't even remember.
Wait.
I think I liked it.
Sorry, it looks like we only did season 1 this year.
Oh, we didn't get to season 2? Okay.
Oh, shucks.
Well,
we did do season 2. Did we do them together?
All I see is season 2 comes out November 19th, so January likely finish around scripting book episodes. So we might have combined the 2 of them then.
Maybe we did. Because I feel like we talked about the end of season 2, which is, I
Right.
think that their season finales always fall apart.
Yeah, we might have
Right
taken
around the middle, it's gangbusters, and then at the season finales, like that was awkward.
Yeah.
What happened?
I completely forget what time, like what rankings were or anything. Like I vaguely remember the story.
Well, Natalie, I fully understand why you didn't remember this because you weren't there for that episode.
That explains it.
Did we have Shannon for that one?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So the books were rated high, and the show was rated relatively neutral.
Neutral. So like to neutral, or what
Sure.
is where it fall?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with that.
All
The
right,
show really it tries to be Game of Thrones, but it doesn't have. It's like later season of Game of Thrones, so that's a spoiler for when we get to Game of Thrones.
All right. This is just a blank in case I forgot something. We can get back to it to the end because I'm like, there were a lot of little thumbnail thingies to do.
Yeah.
So I may have forgotten.
Holes has to be rated highly. I feel like. Was it a love?
I think I loved the book and the movie. Did I?
Yeah, I want to say like that was a really positive episode where we were like, what?
Where were you? Were you also, Ben?
Yeah. So I'm comfortable pointing out I love it because the book is so fantastic. The movie dropped a little bit down, but still, I think it's okay to just put it at the top.
I say I love, yeah. Like it's still nostalgia. It's still like, and it was one of those that was very close. And so I feel comfortable.
So is this kind of tying Hal's right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have The Pursuit of Happiness.
I remember the book brought it down the movie a little bit.
I feel like I like the movie, but I
feel like a neutral for combined.
Yeah, I feel like
great as the movie is, as powerful as it is, the book just is the reason why it can't be higher than neutral.
Yeah, I feel like it was having the same issue that Wild was. What are these people doing with these biographies? Something. They come off a little condescending.
They're almost saying to be successful, you got to be a little bit abrasive.
Yeah, I described it as the book is a tribute to rampant capitalism or something along those lines, but it was not very well thought of.
Okay, so
rampant narcissism. That's what it was.
Narcissism.
Yeah, we got.
So are we dropping it below the low neutral to dislike, or are we more neutral to neutral like?
I'm inclined for neutral because the movie was so good, but I do support a neutral to dislike because the book was that bad as well.
Yeah, the movie the movie was significantly better than the book, in my opinion. Where were you at, Ben? Because I think you were you.
I think that they both had issues, so I'm fine leaving it with neutral to like. I don't need to bring down all of our ratings.
What are you saying? Like that?
That's a hint at a superlative.
Yeah, the movie, like he was throwing his kid in front of every single problem he had of just, pity me. I just didn't like.
A little bit, Esther. A little bit.
Yeah. It did. But the movie is just like a chapter of the book. Okay.
Also true. Yeah.
Right. Polar Express. Oh, that one. That was a surprising one because we had an entire in-depth conversation about how it could have been better and who the story should have been about.
All right. They did take a lot of liberties with this because this is not. There's a lot in the movie that's not just doesn't exist in the book. So I don't remember where we fell. Where did we fall on this? Like
the book was about would have been up there, yeah, and then the movie sort of dropped it down.
So let's go neutral.
Were we more neutral?
The neutral.
Dislike it? Did anybody dislike it then?
No. The worst one was
nobody disliked it. Okay.
So we'll go neutral.
All right.
What's the next ones?
We have the Wheel of Time because I wasn't sure how we broke that down. So did we want to? Did we put everything or with the last one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's solid for Wheel of Time.
Okay.
So we'll put it down there.
So now Bridgerton.
Season.
Let's grab season 1 on the far right side. I'd rather put these in order.
Okay, we can do Bridgerton in order. So,
yeah, if we're already doing Bridgerton, I got to think of it in order.
Yes. All right. Yes, we have season 1, 2, and 3 because I feel like they were different for different reasons, but they might all end up.
Okay, season 1. That because there was no expectations. I feel like that one was it could have been liked it. So the 3.5 to 4 between the book and the show, but that's because it was brand new on the market. Everyone was just excited about it.
Where did we fall at? Because I'm pretty sure I liked it.
Yeah, so you were like to love. Natalie was a like, and I was a neutral like for the book.
Okay, so I feel like I'm the mediator here, and let's put it with like. Yeah. Was that the same with the book, or that was the book rating?
Yeah, that was the book, and then for the show, it was Nia is a love it, and then the rest of us were likes.
Okay, so I think it being right there is a good setting.
All right.
So then season 2, that was Anthony and Kate. That one, I feel like it was more of a neutral. We had issues with that one.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I think book-wise, I think this is my favorite book, but I had some issues, which I knew it got Shonda eyes because of the sisters. She did something in the show that they don't do in the book, but I still feel like I still liked it. But I feel like I knew it was coming because I'm like, ooh.
I'm fine with either like it or neutral. I'm more inclined to neutral, but I will let y'all's ratings offset.
Did we have a guest for this one as well?
Yeah, it was Zara.
Where was Zara at for this one?
Zara was at like for the book, and then she loved the show.
Okay, so let's put it out of respect for our guests. Let's put it at like.
All right.
Okay.
And where were you at then on this one? Curious.
I think I was also pretty high there too. So the second season, I was a like for the book, and then like for the show.
Okay, so I think like is a good.
Yeah, I think that's a solid like.
All right. What else we got? Oh, and then Bridgerton season 3. So this is Penelope and
all 3 in a row. All right.
Yeah. And we had our guest for this one was
Zara.
Zara, yeah.
Was it Zara? Or
yeah.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Yes. Pretty sure it was Zara. So where did we fall for this one? Were you there for this one, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent.
So what was our book ratings for season 3?
We had 3 likes and 1 neutral like.
Okay. And then movie or show?
2 likes to love, 1 like, and 1 neutral like.
Okay, I say we keep it at liked.
All right, so we like Bridgerton. All right, not bad. Bridgerton, not too bad. Okay, here we go.
Damsel.
Here we go. Damsel.
That one, was it neutral to dislike? Or just neutral? Like,
I feel like I was maybe a neutral to like on the book. I don't remember.
I like something.
It was like a neutral to dislike on the movie because something was not right with the movie. I just didn't care for it. I didn't hate it though. I know I didn't hate it.
I know we liked the book a little bit more, I want to say, because it went into in depth of even though the math did not math, but it went more in depth of like how the king felt about it, how the queen felt about it, and stuff. So what's the ratings? Did you find it, Ben?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got all the stuff. So the book itself was a like to love for all of us. I think you both, I want to say, let me speak correctly. Natalie, you were a love it. Nia, you were a like to love, and I was a like.
All right, let's keep it at liked.
All right, so
that being said,
we're up here right now.
That being said, the
where were
movie
we?
is just an abysmal train wreck from start to finish. So I am willing to just drop that all the way down to the bottom tier solely for that reason. But I'm perfectly fine keeping it at like with the asterisk that we are focusing solely on the book.
No.
Where were we? Where were Natalie and I on the
So
movie?
what was the yeah?
On the movie, let's see. Nia, you were a neutral. Natalie, you were a neutral to like, and I was a dislike. Let's just
Okay,
do
let's
this.
go neutral to dislike
Yeah.
because even initially now I was like I'm between neutral and neutral to dislike for the combination. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right.
Same. Okay. All right. I really thought that I was worried that might have done worse, but I couldn't remember what everybody else thought.
Yeah,
So,
Morgan, we were talking about Damsel, which is it's a really good book.
Yeah.
As far as the Netflix show, it's not even worth watching.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got great actors. Stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
the
that's
but
what
book.
I was thinking too. I love so many of the actors that were in it.
Robin Clark was
I-
ponied in. The prince, who's supposed to be like the attractive man, was moping through the entire scenes.
Well, there's a reason though. He knows what's gonna happen. I don't know. Something about it. It just, yeah, it wasn't great like this was. So,
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, The Martian.
Oh yeah. Yep,
Oh, that's got to be a loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Andy
Oh,
Weir.
easy
like,
love it.
I still love it. So
I still love it. It is still.
I think I love the book, and I love the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ben?
It's loved.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so this is pushing higher than
I think it might be.
because of the book and the movie combo.
Yep.
All right, I'm happy with that. I got no complaints until we get here. For me, no, I kid. I kid.
So, using both movies of Pet Sematary, but not the sequels, just the I think it was an 89 version, 94, whatever, whenever that first one came out.
Yeah.
And then the recent one that came out, as well as the book. I want to say neutral to dislike because it dragged out forever. It was just too much. And it's more of a scary concept than being scary.
It's not like horror, but it's very eerie, creepy. Not my cup of tea, just because
You fought through it though. Bravo.
I did. I pushed through as much of it as I could.
You still put down a 0 for.
Okay, so what was the book ratings for us?
Yeah, how did we do?
Let's see. So Nia, you were a. Oh no, it says you DNF the book.
Yeah, but I'm going to continue with it. I DNF, but not with the intention of never picking it up again.
And Natalie, you were a neutral to like.
All right.
I was a like, and Laura was a dislike.
All right.
Oh, I think we should do neutral to dislike then. Yeah.
But you're factoring it in the movie as well, too. So
yeah,
that's the movie as well.
Honestly, the movies didn't help much either, though. So I'd say neutral to dislike.
I think that the 1984 movie is pretty good for the time. The 2019 version is the same thing with Damsel. Like, just don't watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Are we doing the Christmas Carol? So we're going to do the Christmas Carol all together. Which thumbnail should I do? Should I do the OG thumbnail, or should we do the Muppets Christmas Carol thumbnail?
Let's do Muppets. That was our main one.
Right.
Loved it.
I'm going to set that up there for now as I move this down here. But where were we actually with the Muppet Christmas Carol and the Christmas Carol itself? The book? I think I like the book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine with like.
Was anyone a love on the book though? Because I think that's going to determine where it falls. Were we all alike on the book, or
Natalie was a love the book?
Okay, so we did have a love the book, and everybody else was a love on the show.
We actually did 2.25, so we were kind of just a little bit above like for it. I think we factored in the
Both
movie.
movies?
So the Muppet movie was a love it, but then like the other Christmas carols there was one where it was just really long and
Oh yeah. So I think
let's
that
do Loved
does it still hit the loved it, but maybe not higher than these? Or
if we factor sure.
Yeah, let's do that. We can do Loved It at the end.
Because the Muppets was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darn, the other movie was really long and old. Okay.
Twilight. What was our rating?
I don't even remember what
This is
like
going way
neutral
back.
dislike.
We're going to the way back now, guys.
This was early on, so we didn't actually have our rating system set yet. So we can just make it up as we go along. It's whose line?
Neutral to dislike.
Yeah, that's where I am on the book. I feel like I'm probably here on the movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because when I read it as a kid, like it was a like, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, Bella,
What
annoying child. Like just, but I'll go neutral to dislike on that one. Especially the movies didn't always do it justice, and the books, it just was, yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is that because the acting can be weird, but it's funny that when you actually read the book, he's actually doing he's acting what the book says, and it's like, oh, the book actually says to smolder like that. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, but I mean, in its day, I'm sure it was up here. But yeah. Ben, where were you? Did you? Because
I'm fine with leaving it as neutral or dislike. That's fine. I was going to say there's a reason why we only did the first one because it only goes downhill after that.
Yeah.
So,
are we sure it hits neutral?
If you want to drop it all the way down to dislike, that's fine too.
Natalie, it's got to be unanimous for it to be the only thing dropping.
We can drop it. It can be our first one. Even though I felt Dune should have been, but whatever.
All right. So The Devil Wears Prada. What was...
Oh, I know I wrote this high.
It was fantastic, both the book and the movie.
Yeah.
Well acted. No one was phony in. Everybody did such a wonderful job on the...
I would say at least a light. Like, yeah.
Did we have rankings at this time, Ben?
Yeah, we did.
All right. What did we think about the book?
The book was a perfect 3.
Okay. And the movie?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The book. Wow, the book was pretty off. Huh. The book was not a perfect 3. Natalie, you loved it. Nia, you liked it. I did not like it. As far as the movie goes, this seems...
The movie, I felt, just because of the relationship between the character and her boyfriend, it kind of brought the movie down a little bit.
Well, the movie was perfect 3s.
Okay.
So we were all liked it on
So
the movie?
let's put it at... I'm okay with liked it or neutral.
Neutral like?
Okay.
All right.
Neutral to like and to neutral?
Because it's all of us together. Yes, we can go neutral.
Ben, why did you hate this book? No.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It happens. Okay, it's fine. All right, we have Emma and Clueless.
Oh, that's got to be a liked it.
I feel like I liked it. Maybe
I know I love Clueless. And the Emma story, just consuming it and seeing so many correlations of stuff, like, yeah, the other shows kind of had it and stuff. So for me, it'd be liked or neutral.
All right, where did we fall at then with this one?
It was neutral to like for the book, and then the movie was overall a like to love. But yeah, so this was another instance where like we're combining a bunch of different things. So if it was just Clueless, it would have been rated a lot higher. But I think Emma brought it down. So the one with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So are you comfortable putting this at a like?
Sure.
All right, there we go. Coraline, which is
Oh,
scary.
that
guys.
was a good one.
Yeah,
It's got to be a liked it, right?
Mhm.
I feel like it's up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm fine
So
with like, I'm not quite love. I don't know what's holding me back. Maybe because it's so scary and it's yet a kid's book movie and it's probably
Mhm.
shouldn't be.
It's funny,
But
my kid never thought it was scary, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the basement scene.
yeah.
What did we do to our kids? Okay, so hello, Steven. Good to see you as well. Let's see. What did we think at the time, Ben?
It was a like to love. So I think we had for both there was 1 love and 2 likes.
Oh, 1 love and 2 likes. What say you guys? How do you feel?
But we also had 2 guests
liked
on
it.
who loved it.
The guests loved it? I
Yep.
think that's bumping it up then. So it's the lower end of the loved it.
We can, because there is a place for it, and it is.
Yeah.
For me, loved it is like, will I watch it again, consume it again, and probably.
Yeah. Same. All
All right,
right.
what's the next one?
Game of Thrones. So this
We'll
also
do the first half.
we'll do the first half, and then we'll do the second half.
Seasons 1 through 4.
Seasons 1 through 4.
Mhm.
What did we think?
That
And we had
I liked or loved. Well, okay, so the books are more in depth, but I would still say the show holds it on its own. I'm fine if it became a love, but I also recognize how much they left out.
Mhm.
And also, I will say Bran's entire stories. I know we had Adrian who loves the lore, whereas me, I'm not a fan of the lore. Give me, like, I wanted Arya's story to be the whole thing. So he would be a loved it. I'm more of a liked it.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Where did we fall statistically when we did this one, Ben?
We were for the book we were liked all around except for Adrian, who, as we mentioned, was a love it. And then for the movie, for the show, we were like to love, and then Adrian and I loved it.
Oh,
Adrian, what?
So
wow.
it's
Okay,
very high
I
rated
say-
for us, but
It should probably
Yeah.
be like.
You feel like it's liked, not loved? Because that's what
that's fine.
2 love, 2 likes.
Yeah, I think the host should have more weight than the
guest?
should have more.
Because I think they're picking the guests, but they feel like the guests
chose what show to be on. Okay, they're inclined.
Right. We specifically brought Adrian on here because he is an expert in Game of Thrones.
Whereas we
wonderful.
may have chose the book, but it wasn't because of an actual feeling we had of picking and choosing.
Right.
All right. So now seasons 5 through 8.
Oh boy, yeah. Just drop it down. If we can go even less than dislike,
that's fine. I'm good with that. Because honestly, I'm surprised I was able to get through Game of Thrones as much as I was, because kind of like Wheel of Time and Dune, when I don't have characters to build off of, I'm more focused where the world becomes its own character. It's difficult for me because I can't see it personified, and I'm very character driven in my stories and that I like to consume and stuff, and the ones I write. So like world building, it's just I can't. It's like I have this inability and everything. So nothing, but I totally recognize the love that people have for it.
Well, that is interesting.
Where did we fall statistically? Since we're all happy with it being here, Where were we when we originally watched them?
I mean, it was zeros across the board, except for Natalie, who was a like.
That's wild.
So
It's-
it just doesn't have that lingering staying power anymore.
Yeah.
Nah.
You just come away from Game of Thrones with this like. Although for the books, it was more positive. So you two were likes, I was a neutral, and Adrian was a like to love. But again, I think the cracks were definitely showing with the books and how the show influenced it. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine dropping that down to a dislike.
Are we fine down here though?
It's gotta
That's
be
fine.
unanimous. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. All right.
Oh.
We did say. Oh, what?
I was going to say combat veteran want to know that their surgery went well. So way to go.
Oh,
And
yay.
thank you
Very
for.
good.
I'm glad you're feeling better, or
Okay.
glad you made it through everything all right.
Yes. I mean, I am too. Very, very good. All right. Well, I've got to move this because we did Sanditon all in one. So now we're on the Hunger Games. How did we do the Hunger Games? Did
I
do
think we only did the first one.
We only did the first. Okay. Just wanted to
yeah.
make sure that I didn't need to find another thumbnail. All right. So where were we with this one? I feel like I liked it. Did I like it? I'm pretty sure I liked it. Right?
This was the first one we did, so we didn't actually have a rating system.
Okay.
Oh. I'll stick with the neutral for this one. It's question whether I'll watch it again or read it again, but it's not. I'm not going to go out of my way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the book, the first book at least. It's a very good core concept that is fundamental, that sticks with a lot of people because you have extreme wealth distribution and essentially poor people fighting for the right to live. So it is a very harrowing journey.
Yeah, I feel like it's got the message. The acting was good. I'm sure I liked it. It is one that I have seen more than once, so I know if it happens to pop on, I would probably watch at least most of it again. So, yeah, are we good with it being in the liked?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is another one, though, in my opinion, where the series drops off drastically after the first book.
Oh yeah, I think I liked the first two, and then after that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
Grinch.
we got the Grinch.
Honestly, this is either liked or loved for me.
Yep.
Like, I would say loved, but I'm willing to drop down to like, depending on y'all's views.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very strong like on the Grinch. I think the only issue I had was sometimes Jim Carrey can be a bit much for me watching him for that long straight. I think he's a great comedic actor and the stuff that he does, but sometimes it just can be a lot. He's a lot.
Even
Like,
though I know it's Jim Carrey, there's been times that I forget it's Jim Carrey. And when I can forget that the well-known actor is the person acting, I feel that it's done well. And then also there's the Benedict Cumberbatch one, Grinch, and then of course there's the cartoon. And
The classic,
Yeah.
all of them I feel hold their own, because then I even read my son the story. Like I did it before Christmas and I love doing the voices and stuff like that. So it's
love. I feel like
definitely
I love
love me,
both.
but we
I
can
would
go
watch
with
the
that.
movies again too. Even the Jim Carrey one, I did enjoy the Jim Carrey movie. It's just that sometimes it's very loud and a lot can be much. But I liked it. I think I liked it. Did I like it? I'm pretty sure I liked it.
Oh, also somebody's buzzing.
Who is?
Yeah, you loved it.
You can go with like. We're allowed to go to like, because it seems like Nia's not as in love as she was at the time.
No, I feel like it could be also that I just watched a bunch of other. We're coming right off of Christmas, so I just watched a bunch of other holiday stuff too.
True.
Yeah. No, am I in love? I know I like it. I know I do.
I know
can't
it's
think-
becoming a watch every year for me in my household, so that's why it's a love for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
I'm okay with it being a love. If I loved it when I was watching it, then I'm sure if I watch it, I'm gonna love it. I would watch it again.
Hmm.
So I'm good. Where were you at, Ben?
I was definitely love it, except for the Jim Carrey version. So I think that the movie needs to be 30 minutes at most. When it starts stretching into like the hour plus timeline, it just drags on too long.
Okay, that might, yeah, that makes sense. So where are we falling, guys? It can be below Coraline. It can be above Sanditon.
I'm fine with that. If we put it liked, but like top tier liked, yeah.
Top tier liked. All right, there we go.
The book is a classic. The OG movie is a classic.
No.
The reboots, the reimaginings, the live actions, less so.
All right.
Well,
All right. Little Women.
Wait, which one is that? Oh, Little Women. Yeah, that one's tough for me. I'm more of a, I think, neutral dislike. It's, I don't know. It's, so I didn't like it as a kid because I couldn't really get into it. It was kind of boring. I felt the same way about that as I felt about other old movies as a kid, you know? It just, okay, buddy, go. You can't talk on the phone in here.
I feel like I'm pretty sure I really liked the book. And I feel like I liked all of them because this is one of my favorite stories. But I don't know where I fell with. I'm pretty sure it was at least a light. This is one of my favorite classics. So
yeah, the highest I'm willing to go is like a neutral.
I'm somewhere up here. I'm pretty sure I'm somewhere up here with these.
Yeah.
Where do we end up falling?
Yeah, Nia, you were a like for the book and a like to love for the show / movie.
Okay.
What about you, Ben?
We don't need to go that.
Okay. See, and then I'm right now. I don't remember my ratings, but right now I'm a neutral.
Yeah, that's
fair. So that puts us somewhere in the middle. If I'm way at the top, Ben's way at the bottom. Natalie, are we more neutral like or neutral just dislike?
We can do neutral like. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Artemis Fowl.
That one was. I want to say that one was low for me. Maybe.
This is another one where the movie really drags down the rating. The book itself was very enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the same.
I don't
feel like I just. I don't think I know, but I feel like I was.
I'm like a neutral to dislike.
Yeah, even the Artemis Fowl expert that we brought on, Laura Nettles, went from a loved the book to an absolute dislike of the movie.
Ooh. I feel like that's making it fall in the neutral to dislike when we average it out. Yikes. Artemis, I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, but I mean, even Dame Judi Dench was absolutely phoning it in every single green screen scene.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're fine. All right.
Like, she's a phenomenal actress, but she just had no life in her eyes when she was there.
Yeah, this one just wasn't it. And as we learned with Damsel, sometimes it doesn't matter how many great actors you have in something. If it's not hitting. All right. Speaking of great actors, we have Good Omens.
Loved.
Where did it fall?
Like, I still think about this now and everything. Like, I mean, which is why I sent y'all the clip of David Tennant in our chat. There's a clip of David Tennant, and everyone's talking about how great Michael Sheen is as an actor in front of David Tennant, going, yeah, he really carries the show. And David's just like,
it's hilarious. The best doctor. All right, so where do we fall? Because I feel like we're up here for sure.
Yeah, we can put it up and love it.
I'm a loved it. Yeah.
Are we ranking where in the loved it, or we want to?
I mean, I would rank it probably. God, it's like tied with The Martian for me.
Oh wow! What did we say when we watched then?
It was 3s for the show all around, and let's see, I was a love the book, and you and Natalie were like to loves.
All right, so are we here? or are we here then? I feel
No,
like
loved it. I still think about it now. Like I
Then
just
are we okay with this one?
Sure.
All right. Guys, opinions can change and alter a little. Sometimes when you're watching something, because when we're watching it in the moment, we can really nail things that maybe we didn't like. But remembering it overall, I definitely want to watch all of it again before I watch the next season. So that means I must love it.
Yeah. And I did watch season 2, and that was enjoyable. I thought I carried it well. All right, House of Dragon.
House of Dragon.
The book drags it down, I know.
Yeah.
I'm a neutral to dislike from my memory of how I feel about it right now.
Is that just the book or the book and the show?
The book and the show. That's what I've been thinking of the whole time, is book and show on these ratings.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I'm a neutral to highlight book. The book it's more of a index, a glossary, or an encyclopedia. But I'm really enjoying the show. I'm looking forward to the next season. So that means I must not dislike it, or I at least like it. How about you, Ben?
Neutral, like it fine, or like it's actually funny because Natalie, you were a like for the show, but
I would say let's
your
do
original
neutral
rating.
like.
Okay.
Neutral like?
For the way it sits with me now, it's I've been thinking low. So
I gotcha. It's just funny how our opinions change.
Yeah.
I become more critical after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I enjoyed the Hunger Games too, Steven.
So is
But
that
not
right now?
necessarily the later 2 seasons, but definitely their first and second show, because it's a series. Or it's a movie series. Yeah. Okay. Where are Princess Bride.
Loved.
I feel like I loved it. I love the book and the movie. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I feel. Right now. I love it.
It still sits with me. Like
I was going to say I'd be willing to put it above Holes. I'd be willing to put it above The Martian.
Did we?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I would agree.
I think so.
Martian.
I absolutely love it.
Because I can tell you, hey, maybe y'all think about this, but I got my top 3 movies, and so maybe we can disclose those later.
Sure.
Okay.
But I got a top 3.
Okay, I think I might have.
All right. So the next one, Bullet Train. This was the one out of left field because y'all didn't know about it, and I just stumbled upon it and shared it with y'all.
No idea. This had so much gore in it, though. I'm like, I can't think that I loved it because of that. I was like, oh, there's a.
I think I was liked it, if not loved it at the time, and even now, I still. I might move it to neutral to like because I can't. I'm not seeking it out to watch it again, but if it's on, I would probably totally watch it. And same thing with reading it. I understand its strength and such, and I did like the story. It's because I'm not seeking it out again is my main reason for neutral to like.
Yeah.
You went to dislike?
Richard. Oh, did I? No. I just let it go because I can't tap on the comments and hold it.
Yeah.
So I had to put it down to tap on Richard's comment.
Okay.
Bullet train or like boring train.
So neutral to like. What say you, Ben? What was?
Oh, I wasn't here for this, so I don't have an opinion.
All right, so Nia.
I feel like I might be neutral. I feel like it was a fun ride, even though it was more too gory for me.
So I think neutral to like. We'll just leave it there. And
are we good there?
Yeah.
All right.
Hidden Figures. It's got to be a liked it.
I feel like this has got to be a like to love. I really like this one.
Yeah, that one. I still think about that now.
I still think about this one too. Where did we fall?
I think maybe loved. Like, because it's one that I could see seeking out again.
Yes.
It's really interesting because you weren't here for this episode, so to see that you went on your own, read it, and watched it is pretty telling.
Yeah. I think I suggested it, and then maybe I couldn't make it or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, but
Where were you at with this one, Ben? I remember you.
I loved it.
Yeah, okay, I did too. Ooh.
Oh, I can tell you, Good Omens needs to be higher up, but
Okay.
I would say
All right.
maybe-
We'll talk about Good Omens. Where
Holes, I think maybe Holes before Hidden Figures, just because they did make some changes that I think they should have kept some certain details in the book they should have put in the movie. There we go.
All right. And we're gonna revisit Good Omens when we're done with this. All right. Crazy Rich Asians. I think this surprised me when we were reading and then watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like I had it way higher for the movie, and then I read the book and was like, ugh.
The book was good. It's just you didn't realize how I think we talked about it, how the movie by itself, cool.
Mhm.
But the book, like if you got the book to compare it to, you're like, oh, it could have been better.
Was that what it was? I know something was off about it. Also, but did the book
I'm
drag?
fine with
I don't know something. I remember some reason.
It looks reversed actually, where the movie is rated much higher than the book.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think because I watched the movie, I'd already seen the movie, and then I rewatched the movie and read the book, and something about the book was just like I feel like it too long or dragged on or something. Something was off. Where I didn't like. I know I didn't like the book as much as I thought I was going to really like the book because of the movie. And
even
I know
our special guest was neutral on the book, and they loved the movie. So yeah, the movie's significantly better than the book, apparently.
Ooh. So
I mean, but that's because also, so the movie did include a big event at the very end that the book didn't. I'm trying to save people who maybe haven't seen it. The big event at the end actually happened in book 2. And so the movie kind of wrapped it up a little better. Whereas the book, of course, kind of, I mean, it's a trilogy. So, but I'm fine with neutral to like for Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's where I'm at. I feel like I'm more neutral on the book, but I really liked the movie a lot.
Yeah.
All
right, Chronicles of Narnia.
Narnia.
That's a tough one.
I think that's our last one.
Oh, it's the last one.
It is. Oh my gosh, because everything else is Percy Jackson, which we already did because we're not going to include that movie.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like I love this.
I'm either a neutral or a like. I can do liked it, unless y'all are both love.
Where were you at then?
I love the book, hands down. The movie, not so much. So
which one?
Wherever you. Oh, that's right. I do love the BBC version of the movie because that follows the book a lot better. But the remake was not good.
So maybe because the remake, we'll keep it at liked it.
Sure.
And everything.
Are we liked it? Not okay. All right.
We can do liked it instead of loved it. I mean, it was still good.
All right. So let's look at
actor that played the Fawn. He's always been one of my favorite.
Oh,
actors.
I love him.
I mean, come on.
It's not Ewan McGregor, but it's
he was a young Professor.
He played X-Men. Yeah, thank you. X-Men.
Yeah.
Xavier.
So okay, so we have.
I always picture him now. He's the only one I picture when I see it. All right, so our dislike. Are we good? Was Game of Thrones worse than Game of Thrones? Was worse than
Game of Thrones seasons 5 through 8. And
true.
I don't think we should go through and edit the lines, and I think that's going to get. One, we'll be here for a while, but 2,
if you see anything that's way off, like you're like, no, this was way better. I feel like this top row, though, the
top row, I feel is good. Like it makes sense, for me, and I don't need it as much as I was particular. I really don't need it in particular order because I will say. So, did y'all pick your top 3 that we've done? Do you have a top 3?
I have a top 5. Ooh.
That's fine. It's your channel.
So how are we doing? Are we doing top 3 books and then top 3? Are we separating them out? Or are we combining them together?
Just top 3.
Okay.
Top 3.
Top 3. So everyone name one of your top 3. Nia, what's one of yours?
One. This is really hard because I have
Just one. No. We can list all of them, but I'm teasing the audience here a little bit. So name one of your top 5, Ben.
All right, one of them is going to be because I feel like I'm going to leave one off then. Okay, I'm going to go with The Martian.
All
That's
right.
one of them.
Same for you, Ben, The Martian.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's one of my top 3. All right.
Okay.
Nia, you got a long list. So what's your other one?
Hidden Figures for me.
All right. Is that one of your top 3? No. What's one of yours?
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride is mine too. So we got the same top 2. All right, Nia, name a third.
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Princess Bride for you. All right. What's your third?
I'm bouncing between Good Omens and Holes. I'll say Holes.
Okay. For me, it's Good Omens, but I have a 4th, and I can tell you it's not Holes. Nia, what's another one of yours?
I'm gonna put A Christmas Carol.
That's a good one. Ben, you have another?
Well, since I was bouncing back and forth, I'll have to say Good Omens.
Yeah. Howl's Moving Castle is like my round out. Like those are my top 4. I didn't listen in particular order. And Richard, do we have to put you in timeout?
Yeah, and then I'm between Holes and Good Omens next.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, it's too hard.
It is hard. Because every single one of them listed, I would watch again. I would seek out to watch. And that's kind of like a big thing for me is, do I want to consume this again? All right.
Yep.
So we went through the rankings. Are we ready for some superlatives? Oh my God, this word today.
Yes. Let's.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Ben.
Are you ready? So let's start off.
Ready.
What was the worst rated book? What do you think the worst rated book was?
Oh,
I would
say Pursuit of Happiness is probably the worst rated book.
Yeah.
I would say Pursuit overall from all of us. It's got to be Pursuit of Happiness or Twilight.
Nope.
No.
Dune.
Was it Dune?
Dune was the word. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot that I DNF'd that. Like, of course. Dune, worst rated. Okay.
All right.
All right. Then, so we have a 3-way tie for the best rated books.
Okay. I bet the 3-way tie is Princess Bride, Holes, and Good Omens.
Oh, sorry. 4-way tie.
4-way tie. Martian?
I agree. Princess Bride.
Good Omens.
Possibly. Maybe.
Holes?
So that's 3.
Okay, so wait. What were the Martian?
The Martian, Holes, and the Princess Bride were our top.
And then you said there's one more?
Yep.
Martian, Holes, Princess Bride.
Christmas Carol?
Mm-mm.
Coraline?
Nope. I'll give you a hint. We rated the movie lower. So it's being dragged down by the movie.
Okay.
Narnia?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I know I love Narnia. That's the book that got me to love fantasy. So I'm like,
those were our only perfect 3s.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
All
so
right,
now
this next.
What about the best rated movies? So we have a 3-way tie again.
Princess Bride, Martian, Good Omens.
Not Good Omens.
Not Good Omens. Princess Bride, Martian.
Holes?
Holes?
Nope. This is
Not
this is
Movie
one where
Castle?
so again, this is movie. So the book itself is weighing it down. It's the exact opposite problem as The Lion, the
Pursuit
Witch,
of
and the Wardrobe.
Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Nope.
Oh.
Not Emma.
Wild? No.
Hunger Games.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Nope.
What?
Clueless?
Because Clueless was way down by Emma, so that we
Yeah.
grouped them all together.
Yeah. All right. What did we pick so far?
We have The Martian and The Princess Bride.
Martian.
So the only other movie that was a perfect 3.
Movie or show?
Movie or show, sorry. I gave another hint.
And this is a movie we're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grinch?
Nope.
The Devil Wears
Dracula?
There you go.
Dracula?
No, not Dracula.
The
Devil Wears Prada.
The Devil Wears Prada. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
That was a perfect 3 all around.
Nice.
All right. Nice.
And then we have the biggest heartbreaker. That was me for breaking Adrian's heart with my thoughts on the Game of Thrones series. And then also Laura's heart with my disdain for Renfield. So we brought on a Game of Thrones expert and just tore Game of Thrones apart. We brought on a Dracula expert and just tore apart Renfield.
Oh my goodness.
So who do you think our most frequent guest was?
Zara.
This is Laura.
Laura.
Okay. It was like torn
I
between
was
those
like,
two.
I think it would have been, but we had to postpone one that Sarah was supposed to be on.
Yeah.
And then we have the biggest jump in ratings from one month to the next. What do you think? Oh, that's kind of hard. I could just give you the answer.
No, wait. What was the question?
What 2 shows / movies, or however you want to group it? When did we have the biggest jump in ratings from one month to the next?
Where we hated one month and then the next month we
It's
loved
got to
it.
be anything with Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
You're right.
I don't know what would have come before or after, but
This is a hard one.
Dune is what.
It's a hard one. It was Dune to The Martian.
Oh man,
yeah.
You go back to back.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And then who was our greatest Bridgerton expert based on number of appearances?
Zara.
Yep. Who was our biggest bookworm based on the highest rating for books?
Nia.
Mm-hmm. But it was very close. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What about our biggest movie buff? So the highest ratings for movies.
Me.
Natalie?
Because also, for anybody who has not watched previous shows, I go into like a full diatribe on Princess Bride. I did it for The Martian. I did it for Christmas Carol. I did it
We get
for
back.
Devil Wears Prada. Like I start pulling in trivia for movies.
Mm-hmm. Who was our most positive host?
Nia. Oh yeah, it's got to be Nia for most
Of
positive.
us?
Yep, of overall. So movies and books.
I think probably me. I try to find the positive. It might be Natalie though, but I feel like I try to find the positive in everything, even though like I hated it. But
I think Nia.
It's actually you, Natalie.
it
Oh,
was Natalie.
I'm positive.
Yay.
Or extremely naive. Which is funny because I have such a strong distaste for Wheel of Time, Dune, and
Even with those, that still
You
average out to
don't-
you were higher.
yeah.
Goes without
Nice.
saying that I'm the most negative host.
Yes. We were kind of teasing that while we were ranking. You were like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to bring it down.
All right. So now in terms of our guests, they had to have more than 3 appearances. Who was our most negative guest?
Laura, because it was mostly diverse. So I feel like she would have had the chance.
Nia, who do you think?
I'm trying to think of what people came on for.
Oh, sorry. I have it all listed out in the thing. Let's see. We have In no particular order, we have Morgan Lee, Laura Nettles, Zara Hoffman, and Shannon, as well as
I forgot about Morgan. I feel bad for forgetting.
Morgan?
I bet I remember her. I want to say possibly being negative.
Wasn't Morgan on the Twilight one?
let's see. Twilight. We had that was Zara.
That was Zara on Twilight? Okay.
And Chandra.
Okay, Zara and Chandra for
Assuming I did this right.
I'm trying to think of one of the most negative.
Okay, I think I'm going to change my answer to Zara because she was critical of Bridgerton.
She was, but she was still overwhelmingly positive for it.
Yeah, she still liked it. I loved it.
Okay, well then fine. I'll go back to my original answer and say Laura.
It was actually Shannon. Because she was on...
And did Dune.
For Wheel of Time?
Yeah, Wheel of Time.
Ah.
And lastly, who was our most positive guest? Again, with more than 3 appearances.
I feel like Zara, just because you were saying overly positive for Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was positive for Bridgerton. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's all the superlatives that I had.
That's awesome. Yay.
It has been fun for years.
I find it interesting how, yes, we were doing ratings collectively where we all have different ideas, but at the same time, it was, we all kind of changed our ratings since, or at least I know I did a few times where I changed my ratings since originally watching it. And I was like, yeah, actually, I think it's more here.
Yeah. I think that's a lot more interesting than sticking with what we said originally.
Yeah. Because it is a lot of what we feel at the time when it's all fresh in our brains. And then after you sit with it for a few months, it's like, would I ever go back and watch that again? Or maybe not. Or why didn't I watch that again? Or, or actually I have watched that again. So it is very interesting how it sets after a while.
Yeah, and I know it bugs me, some of our ratings collectively, because like Devil Wears Prada is in neutral right next to Little Women.
I know, it's neutral.
I watch Devil Wears Prada again. Little Women, I'm not, and stuff like, and I'm like, but it's okay. It's individual ratings. They're not rated against each other.
Right.
So.
And you guys, you can use this this tier maker if you'd like to. I can't remember what I named it, but it's something like scripting the book, something. The only thing is all of the thumbnails are not on there. You'll have to upload them to yourself, but you can rank the books. If and the movies, you can rank them separately if you like to. Just like I said, you'll have to.
This is an excellent year in review read books situation. For anybody out there who's up there, yeah.
Do you want me to put the link that you sent out to us, Nia?
Yeah, you can send anybody that link. The books that you guys, or books or movies, the little thumbnail thingies, you guys are only going to get like the first 24. But if you wanted to do it, you could just grab it and you can upload all the rest of them. You can do it yourself, and then you can hit this little download button, save or download, and you can have it for yourself. And I'm probably going to save this one so that maybe next year we'll see what we did for this year and add them to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, if we can say this and not have to restructure everything again.
Yeah. I don't know how it is. I might have to restructure it because I think you get a blank one every time, but I could do that.
Screenshot right now.
I was going to say I might be able to take a screenshot.
Screenshot.
Also, luckily, this video is live and will be accessible for a review where we just bump the time over so we can see.
Right, so we'll take a screenshot. Absolutely. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it.
And it took about the same amount of time if we were.
I know. Not bad at all. Thank you all for coming. Those of you who hung out in the chat with us. It's always fun reading your chat. Sorry, it was harder for me to click on comments today than normal because I had to leave the little tier maker to do it. But you guys were awesome. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who join us all the time, we appreciate you. Those of you who watch on the remake or on the replay and comment, we appreciate all of you guys too. We appreciate you watching, and we especially appreciate when you take the time to leave a comment and when you like the streams, so that YouTube knows that we're doing fun things over here. I am going to let my co-host
hey, you need to highlight what's upcoming in the future.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a banner for it, so go ahead.
January, Matilda, and everything. We will be back to our regularly scheduled program. I started reading this like 4 years ago at my parents' house, and when I last visited, I was like, I need that book. So I'm either going to leave where I left off, or start where I left off at, or start over again.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for that. Did we pick a February one?
Mm-hmm.
We did?
We did. For February, I don't remember what it was.
Do you want me to announce it, or?
Yes.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, it was The Color Purple.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
Because there's 2 movies now.
There's a new one that just came out this past year.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Because I remember the first movie.
Yeah, I do too.
So that is what's coming in 2025. And everything. Luckily, Matilda, quick read. You got 2 movies to watch. A musical on Netflix, and then the Danny DeVito one is the way I call it.
Right.
And then
I've seen too many times.
And then The Color Purple. There is 2 movies there, as well as the book, which I've never read the book. I haven't seen it. I don't know how thick it is. But I am looking forward to that one. And it's probably going to be some difficult conversations, just because I remember some of the scenes being a little uneasy.
Yeah.
And everything, spousal interactions and such. I remember that. So,
little warning for those who do want to read that one.
Matilda will be light, though.
Yeah, Matilda will be light. Color Purple will be heavier. So just Google that if you need to know if you need any trigger warnings for that. Make sure you Google before you read it to see what those trigger warnings might be. And that's what we're going to be doing. Guys, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you. And and then we're out of here. That was great. That was so much fun. I'm shaving now.
Okay. I am Ben Pick. You can find me every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time as Running to Write on YouTube. And I'll be doing productivity sprints for the near future. So come say hi. We can write together or do whatever you want. Take care.
I'm Natalie Locke. I can be found on YouTube as Natalie Locke, or on Instagram most actively as Writer Locke there. Right now I'm doing a big bracket challenge of a favorite line in my stories, because I wrote 32 flashes from each of these books and picked my favorite line from each flash. And so that it's a flash bracket best line challenge thing that people vote on. And we just got to our final 4 out of the 32. And the selected winner will have the flash will be published on Instagram for everyone to read, just based off the line. So a little fun bracket challenge. We're in final 4s, and I'll release today the final 4 naming, but then tomorrow voting will begin again. But yeah, got this book, 1,000 Words to Get Started, came out November 26th, and then 42 days later, if you needed a sign from the universe, this book came out of 1,000 Words to Ignite Romance. This book is coming out January 7th. There we go. And that is with my co-author, Chandra Arthur. And we will be doing Flash Fiction Live on my channel, usually the first Sunday of the month. So coming next week. I better schedule that.
I know.
That's where you can find me. That's the things happening right now.
and you're here on my channel, thank you. I will be streaming Night Write on Tuesday nights this coming year, and you can also follow me for productivity and creativity sprints over on Twitch. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky. And what else am I on? Yeah, pretty much there. YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky. Yeah, that's it. All right, friends. Oh, and I'm on TikTok for now. I might not be there for very long.
I'm just not active. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
so
everybody for coming.
Yeah, thanks. Follow these guys. Follow them everywhere on their socials. It's a lot of fun. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you all next month for Matilda. Bye.
Ooh.